What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? It's your boy, Billiam. Hey, bro, I appreciate all the birthday wishes y'all sent to my little boy. Finally got a teenager now. I would let him get on here and tell y'all, but y'all know how I feel about that, about my folks' face being on the camera.
Oh, yeah, I like this one. Yeah. What the feezy? 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 What the feezy?
I have met killers, real broad daylight menace to society. I mean, people that will do it in front of the police. They don't give a damn. They go to prison for 20 years, get out, do it again. I've met gang leaders of gangs. I mean, whole gangs that everybody gonna listen to this person. Everybody is going to obey whatever word this person say. I've met people that run their whole yard, like this, damn near this whole compound. Everybody pretty much obeying and doing what this person gonna say. But one of the strangest things is I met a guy before that he was none of that. He was none of the things that I just named. Nobody feared him. Nobody respected him. A lot of people hated him. Every single week, somebody accused this man named Midnight of some bullshit. Every single week. Now, I think I just didn't pay Midnight that much attention in the beginning, and then later on, I, would start paying attention to him because he's just like a background actor in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Every time you see him, he quiet, his clothes dirty. He might get a haircut, get a line up every here and there, but for the most part, he don't. He just looked like, you know what I'm saying? He been in the dorm with us for probably like 2-3 months at this time. Now, Midnight will go to the stove, but sometimes he'll cook like decent meals or whatever, but this man begs and begs. Like, bro, I used to get Midnight stuff at first. And I ain't gonna lie, he cool. But I just had to set a boundary because he'll come ask me for something simple, like you can fuck with me on the soup. You got a sleeve of crackers. Then a nigga ask you to open something, give him a piece of it. He asked me one day, you don't think you got like a little piece of a sausage or whatever that I could use to cut up in his soup? So after he did that a lot, I just started telling him no, because I'm like, nah, bro, because I done did this before. I done been through stuff like this with people before, and it never stops. It's just like a stray dog. You keep feeding it, or a stray cat is just gonna keep coming around your house, keep coming around your house. But then it started reaching a point where people started constantly having a situation going on with him. It just was a lot of stuff was strange, didn't make sense. I'm sitting out there with one of my bros one day. We just sitting there chopping it up. We just finished smoking the Chris Brown CD. Midnight sitting down there on the bench eating. It just looked like a basic pocket, just noodles, cheese, broke up piece of summer sausage or beef stick, whatever it was. He's sitting there eating. He's sitting there looking at the TV. So this dude that we done seen him talking to multiple times come walking out the room. But he come walking out the room doing all this extra. So immediately I started paying him attention. So he come walking all the way over here. He gets straight up in Midnight face. Fuck, nigga, you ever do that shit again, I'm gonna smack the shit out your broke ass, bum ass nigga. So Midnight look up at him. He asked him like, what the hell you talking about? He like, you know what you did? That's probably my shit you eating right there. So somebody was like, what he did, bro? He like, man, that nigga stole the soup out my box. I let him come in my box earlier to grab something for me. I told the nigga he could get a soup, but when I came back, 2 soups was missing. I know his little broke ass stole the soup out my box. Midnight went looking straight back at the TV, went to eating. Which was strange. Midnight not affiliated with no gang. The nigga ain't big and swole. That nigga's frail and strail. That nigga Midnight about this big, black as hell, looked like a damn mechanic or something. And he didn't say nothing, bro. So I'm like, what the hell? So he go back to eating. So dude walk off. Come on, man, these bomb ass nigga, bro. Sick of these bomb ass niggas. So the dude who was saying that was a blood. So the other dude was like, I'm saying, what's up? What you trying to do? He like, nah, I'm gonna spare that nigga, man. I'm gonna spare that nigga. Which was a little strange because, bro, that ain't something that in prison you don't get stole from, especially not being a gang member and be like, I'm gonna spare him. or like how I'm talking to you mad as hell and aggressive, and you just go back to eating like I ain't shit, that'll get the dog shit smacked out of you. You know what I'm saying? It's probably about 2 days after that, I said to myself, Midnight really playing a very, very, very dangerous game. I don't know what the fuck he got on his mind. I don't know what the fuck he think is going on or where he's at. Maybe he don't understand he's in a level 5 prison, but he's playing a very dangerous game. It was some GDs downstairs. They used to have all the shit on the table. Like, you buy a box of Nutty Butter bars, you'll take them all out individually. Every 4 piece of candy is 1 soup or, like an oatmeal pie or something like that. So they run the table. If you want it, you ain't got to talk to nobody. You just go down there, put a soup down, and pick up whatever you want and walk off. One day, one of the old folks come from out the room. He go down there. He like, hey man, attention Dom, bro. Who took a bomb of coffee off this table and ain't put a soup down, bro? Who took a bomb of coffee off this table and ain't put a soup down, bro? So everybody looking around, I don't know. He like, come on, man, one of y'all niggas took a bomb of coffee off this table and put a soup down. Ain't put a soup down. I just want my soup, bro. So one of the blood dudes, but his ass could have been lying because that's the same dude that was trying to ask the other blood dude, let's smash Midnight, but he said, no, we're gonna spare him. He was like, shit, Midnight was down there at that table. Shit, he was down there probably about 10 minutes ago. He was down there like he was looking. I guarantee you his ass took it. I guarantee you he took it. So, bro come up the steps, he go down there, Midnight coming out the room, I guess when he heard his name. So he in his face, he checking him, asking him about this, and this. And Midnight walks off. When he get down there by me, the man stopped, asked me, did I have a soup? I told him no. He said, did I have a Chris Brown CD? I said, yes, for $2. Folks just walks off. Still talking shit. I'm like, bro, what? Midnight leave. He come back. I went and got the Chris Brown. He step in the room. I hand it to him. He asked me, can I make him a wick? So I hit the socket. I'm like, Midnight, what you got going on, G? He was like, what you mean? I was like, bro, it's a level 5 prison. You can't play like that, bro. Like, what the fuck these folks keep saying you stealing and shit like this for woo. And that nigga said, maybe I stole it, maybe I didn't. Turned straight around, walked out the room. I said, oh, fuck no. So they called Midnight out the session. He had to go to medical for whatever reason. They called him out for medical. He go out. When that session comes back in a couple hours later, immediately the police come in there talking about lockdown, emergency lockdown. So we asking the police, like, what the hell going on? So they act like, shit, we don't know. They just told us to lock y'all down. So I asked one of the officers, because at certain prisons, they were cool as hell with me. They'd tell me. I asked one of the officers, Miss such and such, what the hell going on? She was like, Bill, I promise you I don't know. Now, I 100% wholeheartedly believed her, because she would tell me. She wouldn't lie and play. She'll let me know, like, what happened, what went down, or whatever the case. She honestly said she didn't know. Bro, nobody knows why we went on lockdown. They didn't come shake us down. They didn't come do nothing. So it could have been something that went somewhere in another dorm and they just locked the whole prison down or something. We was locked down for a couple hours. Soon we come out, it's rumors all up in the air. Now it's a rumor saying they saw Midnight hand one of the hand the officer that's working in medical a kite. And then that's when they came and told us emergency lockdown. So now everybody running around talk about Midnight stealing, Midnight snitching, Midnight this, and this. But my thing is this, and this is something that I used to say to people when they say a nigga snitching. What happened? Who did he get locked up? Who did he get knocked off? Because if the police lock us down and they don't come knock nothing off, or they don't even search us and they just let us out and we don't know why it happened, how the fuck you gonna say I'm a snitch? What did I snitch on, nigga? So at that moment, that's really how I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know about that, but I mean, niggas already got their mind made up because of all the other shit and accusations that Midnight has going on, you know what I'm saying? They let us out, bro. You had hella people talking shit. One dude even had like, he was about to spit on Midnight. He was like, nigga, say something, nigga. Ah, spit in your face, say something. Midnight ain't say nothing. Midnight walked straight across that floor, knocked on somebody's door. The dude let him in the room. And Midnight came back out the room about 30 seconds later with a bag of Cheetos, 2 soups, and a drink, and then one of the other niggas screamed out, why the fuck y'all always supporting this bum-ass, jade-out-ass nigga, bro? Y'all stay giving this man shit. This man ain't talking about nothing, bro. This man ain't talking about nothing. I wouldn't even be fucking with that lame-ass nigga, bro. Nigga stay stealing and doing all this shit and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But here's the strangest thing about that. The same dude that was doing all that hooping and hollering that night before lockdown, I see you walking past like this, like you got something cuffed, and you walk clean past and hand Midnight 2 soups and walk past him like you don't even know him. So I'm like, bro, I wonder what the fuck type of strange shit these folks really got going on here. Then it's like, this man getting accused of all this stuff. All this stuff, right? Ain't nobody attacked him. Ain't nobody robbed. Well, shit, he about ain't got that much to get robbed for, but still, ain't nobody robbed him. Ain't nobody tried to put him on no form of extortion. For a man that everybody supposedly hate, he sure is seemingly untouched around this motherfucker. And right when I was sitting here thinking this, bro, I say, damn, because it's like, I hate to feel that way or sound that way because it makes me feel like I'm basically saying, do something to Midnight. I want somebody to do something to him. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not insinuating that to no degree. But I'm just saying because I know how it goes in there for real. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, I hope I wasn't speaking too soon or having the wrong type of thoughts and, you know, some type of way, whatever the case. But it was this little Crip dude that slept in that corner downstairs. He was a fool. He was a fool for real. I don't really think he gave a fuck about a lot of stuff. He stayed in trouble. Anytime there was a stabbing involving the Crips, he was involved in it. Literally, anytime he was involved in it. Nigga done been in and out the hole, in and off the tier a whole bunch of times. I can't tell you how many times. They down there gambling one day. They was at the table. Midnight was down there. Midnight was working on a 10-year bid. He was getting ready to get out. He was at the end of it. Midnight was telling the dude that when he get out, if he put up for him in his game, he gonna fuck with him. And I'm thinking in my head, you a damn fool. Cause Midnight in like $20, $30 right now. You know what I'm saying? Back thinking like, bro, why the fuck would you do that anyway to begin with? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the nigga, if I'm about to go home, I can lie, play, I can do or say whatever. Once I walk out them doors, I don't have to give you nothing. So they finished playing. Midnight was running what they call a kitty. I'm not sure if the name kitty is what they really call it in a real gambling environment, or I'm not sure if that's some prison made up shit. I don't gamble, never really been into the gambling scene. So I don't really know, but basically what it is, everybody who's playing, like it ain't like dice where you just drop your money down, no. We write down everything you put in and we stick it inside of one big bag. And it's a person that has to manage that. He's responsible for managing that, and they call him the kitty man. That's a strange ass name to be called in prison, but the name of the bag is the kitty. So when they finish playing and they busting everything down, Midnight writing who get what, the little Crip dude at the corner say that Midnight shorted him and that Midnight was slick, stealing tiny little items out the bag, and that he needed to come on with his money. So Midnight never said he didn't do it. Midnight never denied nothing he was being accused of. He just was like, so the little Crip dude was on saying, so you're not gonna pay me. So it was another dude, little blood dude, he was like, hold on, man, that man ain't stole nothing out there. He was like, man, he stole, bro. You know he stole. And then I just looked at Midnight. He just sitting there looking stupid. Shirt, the neck to that nigga shirt pulled over like this. White t-shirt, brown, looked like he been wiping his ass with it. I was just like, that's crazy, bro. That is insane. So bro was like, so you're not gonna pay me. So Midnight was like, I didn't take nothing out the kitty, bro. So the Crip nigga was like, okay, for sure, cool. And he went going down there to his cell. When he made that noise, the other 3-4 Crips that's in the dorm went down there too to his room. Got to watch part 2 to see what they did to Midnight.
Yeah, I like this one. Yeah. What the fees? What the fees? What the fees?